Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This here is the Christian Trucker. Today is Friday, and what do we talk about on Fridays? We talk about business. I know I ain't been putting up a lot of other videos other than the business, but right now I'm kind of busy. I got a lot of stuff going. So this is the way I'm going to try to do it, is every Friday business videos. So right there, we got our truck washed this week. Yes, we did. We had a truck service on that little white Max Force. Yep. We took old Max down there to Hammond, Louisiana at the Speedco. That's normally where we go because it's quick and time is money, you know. Well, he runs in there and he got his service and he had to change his air filters, the cab, and the engine. And when they were looking over everything and service, we do the little truck service, you know, shoot a little grease on it and everything. Well, they noticed that one of the tires had an egg on it on the inside where we couldn't see it. So we got it up there, and when we put some new tires on Max, we still had some tires left over that still had good grip on them for the drive. So we went up there and we changed out 4 tires on that trailer. So now we've got 6 good tires on that one trailer. There's 2 old ones that came on it, but the other trailer we got from Ryder, they're still in pretty good shape. I mean, they still have deep tread and ain't nothing wrong with them. I don't even know. It just must have been a bad tire swelling on the inside. That's the way it happens sometimes. Anyway, that's what we had to do in our maintenance department this week, was just some tire changing and some servicing. Now we are the big news for the week. Now, get down into the brass tacks of the conversation. This week, we got a new insurance company. We had to move away from OOIDA. Sadly, you know, because I'm a brand loyalist. I like to show loyalty when loyalty's due. When people treat me right, I like to stay with them and spend my money with them and return the favor where I can. But sadly, the rate increased, number one. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. And they will not allow me to grow the business as I would like to grow. So we started looking because of that reason. And whenever I found out the rate increase, because, you know, my annual renewal's coming up, and we'll talk about my year of authority next week's video. But this week we're talking about our insurance change because that's a big hit we took this week. I wanted to stay with OOIDA, but they won't allow me to add company trucks on until after I finished my second year. I've only got the 2 trucks right now, and I want to add more. And honestly, I wish I would have went with this other company a year ago when I first talked to this guy. But the down payment was a bit much for me then. It was a bit much for me today too, no joke. But if I would have went with them back then, we would have been making money steady right now, and it wouldn't have cost out of the pocket. And I could probably be putting on that 3rd truck this week instead of building up from the down payment and then waiting until maybe January to put on that 3rd truck or after. Just depends on how money and loads fall, because honestly, loads have been kind of short. Haven't had a whole bunch going. So, all right, with our insurance, there's a few different aspects that you need to consider when you're deciding on your insurance. All right, you need to find out their requirements for drivers. All right, OOIDA is 9 years clean record. With the company that I'm with now, it's going to be 2 years clean record for commercial drivers. That is way better, way easier to accommodate for me finding a driver to put in a truck and get it moving. Maybe even less. They will actually adjust the policy by the truck. That makes it a lot better. I mean, come on, it just is. And not to mention the fact that OOIDA is a risk retention and not a regular insurance company. It's a little bit of difference because they're a B, and the new insurance company is a A plus. So more brokers will accept my insurance certificates and allow us to haul for them as we grow the company. So my hope is that this company really fulfills, and we can grow with this company and make adjustments as we go, and we won't have to do any more changing. Another good thing about this one is once you pay that down payment, then you have 10 payments and you have a month off at the end. The initial, here's the number, down payment for my 2 trucks and 3 trailers was $8,200 that we dropped yesterday. Now, the initial down payment that I had with OOIDA was $1,400, but that was for 1 truck and 1 trailer. But once I had 2 trucks and the 3 trailers, and I had 100,000 cargo, we had trailer interchange, we got general liability, all that included was $2,600. Well, might as well say $2,700, and that's for 12 months. All right, but then they increased the rates this year. Now, with their increase, it's $300 a month. That put us right at 300. Sorry, I've got tongue-tied. $3,000 a month. Okay, so $3,000 a month times 12 months is $36,000. And keep in mind, they're a B company. Not every broker accepts them. I actually got a list of brokers that will not let OOIDA Insurance haul. And there's probably 20 of them on that list. I mean, they just sent me the renewal papers for them because, we were getting set up with them, but now we're not. Where was I? Okay, that's $36,000 for a B-rated company. Now, this new A-rated company, A+, is going to be accepted just about anywhere. And their total is $36,000 and some change. So just a hair more, and I'll be accepted at more places. But the hurt was when I had to drop the $8,200, and now it's going to be $2,800 a month instead of $3,000 a month. So in actuality, for the next 10 months, I'm going to be saving $200 a month because OOIDA jumped up across the board. It wasn't nothing that we did as a company. The lady told me that they had a rate increase across the board. So, God bless them. If that's what they felt like they needed to do to limit their risk, it's just what they had to do. It's business. It's not personal. And I thought that was, when I first put it together, I was shocked because I did not expect our insurance to jump up. I expected it to maybe even go down a little bit because we've been with them. We've got history and all that. And that's not the way it worked out. And it kind of hurt my feelings. Like I say, I'm a brand loyalist. When I get with somebody, I don't like to change it. But now, looks like we're definitely changing because we've already dropped the money. We got the certificates. Everything's coming through. When you sign up for a new insurance and you go through all that, like with OOIDA, they did the BOC3, the MCS 90, all that stuff. You have to make sure you get all that handled whenever you get in with a new insurance company. Because OOIDA, as a new authority, they will hold your hand, basically. They will walk you through every step. I'm still going to be using their compliance department and CMCI for my consortium. We're just changed all the insurance over to the new company. We'll release the name of the new company here soon. They're out of Mississippi, down here at Pike County, Mississippi. And I talked to them when I first got my authority. But where OOIDA was at $1,400, their down payment was like $3,500. And I wasn't ready to drop that at the moment because, like I say, I was still growing a lot. But with OOIDA, I went ahead and went with them because I thought the man said that after my first year I could add on truck, another driver So I would have 3 and then 4 within my second year. But I guess I didn't understand him. And long story short, I ended up having to change companies, But a lot of the companies out there will require you to have your trailer interchange. Like if you want to do a Schneider power only, you'll have to have 100,000 cargo. You'll have to have your physical damage on all your vehicles. And I have loans on all 3 of them, even though they're small, It's still, you have to have that physical damage, and that physical damage is expensive. So after I add that 3rd truck on, we are really going to focus on paying everything off. I like using other people's money, but when you use other people's money, you have to insure it. And that insurance cost, I could probably drop my payment from 28 to 14. It's that physical damage is that expensive. I'm not planning on making a claim. Now, ideally, you could get a signature loan and go buy your equipment, or on a credit card and buy your equipment to where you didn't have that VIN number in the loan that you would have to go and get physical damage insurance on. But you do take a risk, because if you crash that vehicle, are you going to have the means to replace that vehicle to pay that signature loan? There's risk in everything, but my goal is going to be to pay off my equipment and save up for the next one. I just want to get to that 3rd or 4th truck to where I can get myself home, to where I can be at home dispatching and working from my office. Because that's been my goal all along for these 4 years. I want to get my business built up to a point to where I can be at home in my own truck office and working with everything and be at home with the family. Because, well, we have certain needs, and me being home is right there amongst all of them. So, back to the insurance point. We're getting a better insurance. It's an A+. The down payment was a lot, but the monthly notes will be less than what I was going to be paying with OOIDA over this next year. For the same equipment, actually the values, we were able to adjust my values to just what is left on the loans. So that probably helped a little bit too. But it's definitely a big change for us. I wasn't wanting to make the change, but I'm glad that we're making it, because I'll be able to add company trucks on this coming year. Once I get over this hump, I'm dropping that money and start building up the account again. I might even go to Ryder and get one of those 0 down trucks for 100 days, I think's what it is. And they'll move it for free, bring it to you. They got a pretty good program going on right now. That's where I bought 3 of my pieces of equipment was from Ryder. And I will be buying more from them. They treated me well. And the trailers came in and they did really well so far. Knock on wood. Let's see. We had storms this week, as you all know. We lost today's work. That's why I'm at home today. Because the storm came right up where our loads were going. Mobile, Pensacola, all up through there. That's where we would have been going. And what was it, 2 weeks ago, when the other storm came through over there around Lake Charles, we actually lost 2 stores in that area. One of them lost the roof and 2 walls. And I'm not sure about the damage on the other one, but the manager of one of the stores actually got hurt, is what came through on the grapevine. So y'all be praying for those areas that have been hit by these storms. I mean, my cousin lives in Pensacola, and they just got lights on about an hour ago. I'm glad they got lights, because they got a little young child living there, and their mom-in-law living with them. And to not have power in this heat is not fun. Not fun at all. Okay. I've procrastinated enough. The new insurance company is Southwest Insurance. Southwest Insurance is a company out of Macomb. They have an office right over there by the Kroger. And Jesse is our agent, and he's been great. He's really helpful. Any questions I had, any certificates we needed, they have sent them. They have done everything they said they would do. And it's nice. I like OOIDA and all, but they're up in Missouri, Blue Springs, I believe. And being able to have a office here in town, locally for me, is exactly what I'm about. I'm absolutely about trying to do business locally, especially when it's economically viable for my business. It makes me happy. My hairs on my neck stand up. It's a good thing, especially when they're good people and they give you the great service that you deserve. Now, OOIDA never did give me bad service. Only one lady the entire year on the phone had an attitude. Them being a big company and you going through that many different people, you're bound to get somebody with a bad attitude. They didn't have their coffee or something, but that only happened one time during the entire year. And I had to hand it to them. That's pretty good, especially nowadays. But, yeah, Southwest Insurance. You guys, y'all hit him up. Give him a call. Give him an email. All their information is there on the web. They've got a Facebook page. He's going to try to be doing a little bit more in the social media. He's a pretty busy guy, but he gets the job done. And he's got ladies that work for him here in Macomb. They'll take care of you, whatever you need doing. But see, with OOIDA, we were doing a monthly draft. Now I can go drop the check on the day of the payment. And that's nice. I kind of like some things being on that monthly draft, but when you're talking at a level of $2,800 a month, I would rather write that check. If you need a day or two, you might have to take a day or two, but you don't have to write that check until you absolutely need it. But if you sign that automatic draw, it's coming. Even if something happens and the money gets mixed up, it's coming, and you might get some kind of NSF, and I don't like nothing like that happening in my accounts. I like to have full control, and it's nice to be able to know that I can go and write the check and just hand it to them. That's good to me. All right, so Southwest Insurance in Macomb, they will quote you some good commercial insurance and other insurances. They're not just going to be about commercial trucks, but they will find out what your business needs, because not everybody is going to sign up for the company that I signed up with them. They can write from multiple companies. They have multiple programs, and they will personalize it to your company's needs. Like I say, they're real helpful and genuine people, in my opinion. Like I tried him a year ago, and it just didn't quite work out, and he kept all my information. And when we got back in touch this year, there wasn't no hard feelings that he worked last year and didn't get the payoff. He was ready to talk again this year, and through that determination and that perseverance, he got the deal, and he got a new customer. And he's going to have a new customer for a while. I mean, I don't foresee them doing anything to lose our account. I think we will be with them long term and hopefully grow really tight relationship with them, because, like I say, they sound like good people. And OOIDA are good people. But knowing now what I know, if I'd have known it back then, I would have went ahead and signed up with this A+ company. Even though I would have took a hit, I would have been better off for my expansion and my particular plans to go ahead and go with the A+ company. Because OOIDA, they have deep restrictions and rules to where you cannot grow unless you put on owner-operators. And that's not my cup of tea. I have a lot more freedom to grow my business the way I see fit with this A+ company. And that's what we were about to start with. Alright, so this video is coming to an end. I thank y'all for listening to my rambling. I hope it didn't ramble too weirdly. I tried to stay on point. It's kind of hard, but I managed it, I hope. God bless, and I'll catch you on the next ride.